Welcome to the Grandma Fresh Show, a fresh take on old values, offering you a spoonful of wisdom, inspiration, and motivation for your practical application, provided to you once a week in 7-minute servings. Our show is sponsored by Advocate to Advocate. Are you ready to transform your life, improve your well-being, and achieve your goals? Advocate to Advocate is your secret to success. For instance, navigating the complexities of the establishment, enforcement, and collection of your child support can be overwhelming and confusing. But you don't have to go through it alone. Advocate to Advocate is here to help you understand the ins and outs of the child support process and empower you to secure a brighter future for your child. So whether you're seeking guidance on child support matters or looking to transform your lifestyle, our sponsor, Advocate to Advocate, has got you covered. Visit advocatetoadvocate.com for a child support consultation and expert guidance in navigating the child support process, or visit advocatetoadvocate.com to embark on a transformative journey towards your holistic well-being. Again, welcome to the Grandma Fresh Show, a fresh take on old values. I'm your host, Shamar McFarland. Hello, this is Grandma Fresh Show, and today's Grandma Fresh public service announcement is the law of attraction is not true. The law of attraction, it was like, oh, I just so drawn and attracted to people. That's fine. That's what you think, but we are a person or a people that make choices. And it's funny when people say, oh, it just happened. Well, how did that happen? Or I've heard people say, like, you cheated on your spouse or you had sex. Well, that wasn't my intention. It just happened. We have to, in cases outside of extreme harm and predatory behavior, when we get into relation, those are different situations. However, it's different. But when we are making decisions in our daily life and meeting people that aren't necessarily considered a person that is a practicing person that seeks to steal, kill, and destroy, but they're a person that we may be drawn to because of some unhealthy aspects of ourselves. We still, in the end, make a choice to interact. So I believe people attract people. I mean, you're going to be exposed to a lot of people. However, the people that we choose to invite into our lives and have personal relationships with, or places that we choose to work, they're choices. You know, someone asked you on a date, even if you are so attracted to them, you can still make a choice to say, no, you're not. You still have free will. And so you're going to make a decision and a choice. Now, one would say, is that choice conscious or subconscious? Because if it's subconscious and it's driven by some unhealed areas of our life, some broken places, some unresolved traumas, one would say that the decision may not be as consciously made or intentional. It's more something that is familiar and it's something that feels normal, even though it may not be something that we should consider normal because it's unhealthy and it could be toxic, or it could be something that is just not necessarily horrible or bad or toxic. It's just something that is not the best thing for us to do. I think when I used to volunteer and I used to teach about setting boundaries and different things, one thing that was important, like what enriches our lives, helping people to and consider what enriches our lives, like what is profitable to us. And I'm not talking monetarily, like our mental health should be profitable, like guarding our peace should be profitable. Could I go to a place with some people? I remember someone asked me, in personal stories I will often give because I got a lot of stories, was about going to an event with some people that I was like, when I saw the guest list of people at a dinner, and I was like, I don't really associate with those people. This is a workplace, this is a work event, but it's a social event outside of work. And I said, I don't really associate with those people during work. So I don't see driving, 30 minutes to go sit down and have a dinner with them when I don't associate with them in the workplace. And so in determining like what is important, what is profitable, me making a decision like, oh, and I'm a foodie. I like to eat. I like to try new restaurants. I hadn't been to that restaurant, but I thought, the company is important. So I rather make a choice not to. And one person that I kind of shared it with said, well, just go. I was like, you kind of just want me to go to be nosy or to, just to go so I can come back and report to you who was there, what happened, what was said. And I'm not that type of person. I said, I don't live my life like a reality show. I don't get dressed up to go places with people that I don't really care for and to argue or to be in a place of argument or in a place where it's just people are being catty and they're not really friendly. It's just kind of people are just there for whatever their personal intentions are, to get access to something, to get access to people that they really don't like. They just want to be in proximity to people or to get information to people, to talk about them, tear them down, whatever reasons are behind it. So I try very diligently to protect my peace. Now, if I was a person that because someone invited me and I needed to be accepted or I needed to feel like I can't say no because someone invited me and I don't know that what's important to me and I don't have my own personal constitution about what I want in my life and how I want to spend my time, particularly outside of the workplace. And you can still also do that within the workplace within reason, because I've refused to go to events that were voluntary when most of the people were going to the event or the meeting, but it was voluntary and I didn't want to go, so I didn't go. And it didn't matter to me if people said they're going to blackball me or that didn't show that I had a team spirit. If I know that you're not doing it for the right reasons and it's just to put on a show, I'm not going to do it, whether everybody is doing it or not. So that's why I say some things can be unconscious. So if I was a person or a person like, I just feel like I have to do it. Well, why do you feel like you have to do it? Or why do you feel like you're drawn to this person or this situation or this place or space? And do an assessment. And if it's from a place that you may like, oh, I didn't know that was, I'm attracted to this person because they remind me of that person or remind me how I was treated in my family. People may not have the words or the space or the time to make those considerations. That's why it's important to assess. I would say most people, we need to assess our childhood and to look into how, and I was important to me, and I always go back to what is our frame of reference, like your age, your how many children were in your family, where did you grow up, what were the morals, the values, were you religious, not religious, how does this shape how you show up in the world today? And if there's some areas that that you don't think were good, or you experienced some trauma, or some things that were modeled to you that you want to change, do the work to change those things consciously. Because if not, you will think that, oh, I'm just attracted to people, they're attracted to me, I'm a giver, so only users are attracted to me. No, you may only choose people who want to use you because this is what was modeled. Like it was better to take care of other people than to take care of yourself. So you're supposed to be benevolent in all giving of your time and your energy and not take the time for yourself. So, or to recognize, to set boundaries with people. And that's why I think boundaries are so important. You can love people and tell them no. And it doesn't mean that you think negative about them. You're just saying, no, I'm not going to do it. No, it's okay. Not today. I know oftentimes people will say, I can't do it. I can't do it. Just say you don't want to. Just be straight. I say, when I say I catch myself saying, I just don't want to do it. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I just don't want to do it. So be truthful. And that comes with self-exploration and understanding of yourself and how you operate and how you've been taught to deal and navigate life and how you can change that. If there's some things that you want to work on, you can interrupt it and you can set you could change your frame of reference and set a new baseline for yourself and a new frame of reference that's not where you change the lens, you change the lenses in your glasses. Sometimes as you get older, People that didn't need glasses, and some people, your prescription changes over time. And so I say that we can make a shift, we can make a change in our frame of reference. If it was something or some things or a lot of things, we can change those things, and which will also change what we are attracted to, and what we also choose to bring into our lives or accept or choose to do our actions. So we're not operating such from the unconscious will, but we are consciously operating from our will, which is still our free will, because we're still making choices. Because whether we say I'm going to affirmatively do something, if I just start taking the steps to do it, I'm still, I am making a choice, because my conduct is saying that I want to do something. So if you say, I don't want to cheat on my spouse or my partner, but you're entertaining men in your DMs, or you're entertaining people, you're opening the door to something that good and well that it could lead to. And your conduct is saying, your mouth is saying one thing, or you're trying to fool other people, but your actions are saying something different. So let's be clear that attraction is flowery, it's nice, it's hokey pokey, or new age or old age or whatever it is, but it's not true. We make choices consciously, subconsciously, or we make them through affirmative thought process or through actions that we might want to look at and examine. So the law of attraction, let's just get rid of that and start saying really that we operate from the law of choices. And even in situations where things happen to us that we have no control over, a natural disaster or people that come into our life that we still can make a choice to know that our value and worth, and let's get out of that situation. And even if it takes a long time to get out of the situation, you can still get out of the situation, but be empowered that choices override attraction, because you can always make a choice to do something different. Have a great day. Like I said, I am not going to hold you long. That's the end of today's 7-minute serving of wisdom, inspiration, and motivation for your practical application. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe to this podcast, like and share. Follow us on Instagram at grandma.fresh and Grandma Fresh on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Leave a review or a testimony about this week's fresh take and how you applied it. And if you remember an old value and would like a fresh take on it, please visit our website at grandmafresh.show and submit the old value via the contact page. If we offer a fresh take on the old value, we will give you an on-air acknowledgement and send you a gift. Thanks again for listening.